Hey, how's everyone doing today? For today's show, you have myself, Daniel. We have Katie joining us, and then we also joined by Becca. Just doing some quick chats on hopefully some future trips, what's going on in the past, and some difficulties we have with Warzone. So, hopefully you enjoy the show, and we'll see you back here for more. So today, kind of want to just touch on our lovely Warzone skills because I'm still trying to get Becca to join us more often, but she has a crazy schedule and needs to go to bed super freaking early apparently.
Rude.
It's true.
You have no room to speak, honestly. But
I don't go to bed till 10:30 though. I might go to bed
and what
at
time do you
9:30.
start work?
I start work at 8:30.
Okay, so I start work at 6 a.m. So I go to bed 2 hours earlier.
True, but you also don't really have to get out of bed to go to work.
Yeah, I do. I have to roll my ass out of bed and walk 5 feet to my computer.
See, I would say that can easily be solved by moving said desk closer to your bed.
And actually, what are you talking about? I don't have to actually get up and go to work. I at least go to my computer and have a desk. You work in your pajamas on your bed.
I do, but I also have a desk. I have a nice little fancy desk that has it can rise and lower, so I can actually stand during the day.
Yeah, I know you do, but still.
And I have 2 monitors, and then I have an Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, but you usually just do it on the laptop.
If I'm traveling, yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, I couldn't bring my monitors up when I went for training.
That is true. I'm just saying. Getting on to me about how I don't have to go to work. I still have to start work at 6 a.m. And I don't like to wake up like right before starting work. So I usually wake up at like 5:30 and try to do like yoga or something and get ready and awake. This is my new Utah thing. I'm trying to be all, healthy and shit.
Zen.
Yes, Zen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, how much of what you just said do you actually do?
I get up at 5:30 every morning and I do yoga for 10 minutes.
10 minutes is 10
Yeah.
minutes. Just saying.
I do like a really quick 10-minute video on YouTube. And then usually I lay back down for the rest of the time until I start work. But you know what? At least I got up and did something.
What's your routine, Daniel?
Lately it's been getting up at 7, walking all 4 of the monsters.
At the same time?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear heavens.
Yep.
I can't deal with one.
Oh yeah, I gotta walk all 4. We only walk around the block, nothing far because it's freaking 4 dogs that I'm walking. Granted, Cooper will just hang out next to me, so I don't really need to like worry about him. It's between Daisy, Thunder, and Lightning who want to fight to be in the front.
That's
And
funny.
they're not pulling to I want to go smell. They're pulling because they need to be in front.
I had a dog just like that, so I know exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So once I do that, then I'll water the dirt. It used to be grass, but we got 4 dogs. So now I'll water the dirt, trying to bring some life back to it, feed them, shower, bagel and coffee, and then work.
You do that all in an hour and a half.
Yes.
Well, alright. I wake up, get dressed, and leave my house, so there's no routine there. I mean, I guess you can call that a routine. My alarm goes off, I feed my dog, get dressed, and leave my house.
Sound like it? So.
But I also
The
leave an hour early.
Holy
So out of
moly.
all of us, I'm the only one that actually showers in the morning, apparently.
Because I shower at night, yeah.
in the morning is terrible. Always shower at night.
Weirdos. It helps you wake up.
No.
I hate showering in the morning.
No. Call me a weirdo one more time. See what happens. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
She will not forget, Daniel.
So,
Nope.
okay. So, talking about things or rage quitting here.
What about it?
Yeah, why don't you tell us what about it there? Granted, so we were playing with a friend, and he is a much better player than us. And for those of you that don't know, Call of Duty Warzone is a skill-based matchmaking game. So we were getting put against people that were probably 10 times our skill level.
Not necessarily in Warzone. This was more happening
Yes.
in multiplayer than anything.
This was multiplayer, yes. We were just getting obliterated.
Obliterated?
Yeah. We like imagine how bad you've done in Warzone, Becca, and just like times it by 10.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Normally we can hang and we can get some victories, but literally when you spawn, you fucking... Dang it, I did it again. You die.
Yeah, like you would spawn,
And-
we'd walk like 3 feet and somehow be dead.
And so I was getting mad at that. Plus, there was also another person in our group that wasn't saying very nice words. And it was getting to me when I shouldn't let it get to me. And I just hit my last straw. We backed out of the game and I freaking turned off my Xbox. And I said, see ya. I couldn't. So I rage quit. I don't normally do that.
Yeah, and apparently I was getting made fun of for using iron sights on a gun. So...
Well, and that's also the problem. I was trying to listen to someone talk in my ear about what I need to do with my current loadout or whatever, and then I had Daniel also in my ear telling me not to worry about it right at that exact moment, but then that other person was still saying some not nice words, so I had like 3 people talking to me at once, making me frustrated. So I rage quit.
I get that. I've rage quit a few things, especially video games. They're infuriating sometimes.
But like we were talking about last night, I've been getting better. So when I have that happen, it sucks. Because then it brings my confidence back down when I just brought it up. So
I know a lot of people...
There's my rage quitting story.
A lot of people have been saying that they wish Call of Duty would not use skill-based matchmaking. When it first came out, it was like the greatest thing, because if you were a sucky player, like you got put with other sucky players. But I mean, with what we're experiencing, like when we play with our friends, we're below average or average players, I guess you can say. So we don't like get a million kills every single time we play, but at the same time, we're not the most incompetent. But like when situations like that happen, and we're playing with people that are much better than us, we get kind of thrown into that realm of players. It definitely ruins the game for us. Because you literally would take 2 steps and somehow be dead. Comes down to skill, and I'm not winning any money from this, so I'm not gonna take it that seriously.
Well, but I'm also surprised that, like, with as much gun education you have and as much as you play Call of Duty, that, not saying that you're, again, not the worst player, but typically when I play with you guys, you and whoever everybody else is in our party typically gets more kills than me. So, I mean, I don't know where I was going with that point, but...
I mean... Gun knowledge is cool, but it definitely doesn't help in Call of Duty. I mean, it's cool to know what type of gun they're using, but that's really all your gun knowledge is good for. Because, I mean, obviously it's a video game. It's not a realistic simulator. If it was a realistic simulator at that point, I can kind of see, like, having gun knowledge would help, but just not in this case.
No, but you're also more tactical, though. Like, you always yell at me for not being out in the open. Do I listen? Nope.
Becca, she'll run across a field and then sit or like crouch next to like a rock
In the open.
that's smaller than her.
Or I'll stand next to a window where they're like, okay, Katie, let's not stand by the window where they can shoot you.
So
Or
funny.
she'll like walk up to a door and just stand out looking at it, not realizing that she's standing in the
What? I
tunnel
don't
of
like to
death.
listen.
Oh, you don't like to pay attention to your surroundings, apparently.
No, I really don't.
I love that. I really don't.
Hey, Katie, go into this building quietly. Here I go, slamming both doors open.
Oh, yeah. Slamming both doors open, slowly entering the room so that they can, like, pre-aim her. It's all kinds of fun. And the worst...
I'm not proud.
Well, the only downside to it is if you had to actually, like, do any of this in real life, I'm pretty sure you'd do the same thing.
No, I'm pretty sure I would have more experience in real life. This is a damn video game, which is not real.
No,
So-
okay. So if we put you on a course, you think you would? Do you think you survive?
Open the doors slowly and quietly and crouch and look at my corners. If I was taught correctly, yes.
I'm just saying, based off your current knowledge, like if we just dropped you in there tomorrow.
I mean, from all the experience I get from watching everybody else, I would think I would do, on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 4.
What about you, Becca? Based off of everything Senior's taught, although I don't think you've learned a lot from Senior.
No, I haven't learned anything from Senior. I never went to a training with him.
Yeah, that is the downside. You missed out on our last MIO training. So with Senior myself, we used to run a training that would kind of give people a taste of what it's like to be a boarding officer for the Coast Guard. Kind of start them off with the basics of how to clear a building, or nothing crazy. Like they weren't going to be ready to go work for SWAT the next day, but kids, just kind of giving them a taste. And one of the scenarios, I had to speak Spanish, and I only know like 10 words in Spanish, but the cadet actually spoke Spanish. So they start talking to me in Spanish, and I'm just staring there like, what did you say?
Okay?
Pretty much.
No hablo español.
Yep. Favorite one to this day, though,
No bueno.
is when I played a drunk person, and you see a team of 4 enter this small 10 by 10 room, and I start walking towards them, and they all crouch into the corner. And they just back up as I'm walking towards them. Granted, they all had like rubber guns and a baton and everything. Like they had all the tools to take me down, but you just see 4 little sea cadets crouched in a corner trying to hide from a quote unquote drunk person.
Wow.
But yeah, that was good times. I don't know if we showed you the videos, but when we were in San Diego, we actually got to go to board the Midway and run scenarios on the Midway.
I love the Midway. The USS Midway?
Yes, the USS Midway, not the islands.
No. Really?
Yes.
I said I love the Midway, so clearly I knew what you were talking about.
But yeah, we actually got to, we went before they opened it up for the day, and we got to like run scenarios, pretend somebody had taken over the ship and stuff like that. It was kind of fun. Obviously, I got to play the bad guy.
Isn't that always the best part?
Oh, that is the best part, because you don't have to wear a uniform and you can actually wear civilian clothing.
Yeah, see, that's just fun. I am sad I
Oh.
missed those trainings.
Even though you've moved, are you still going to try and do trainings?
I mean, maybe.
Obviously, depending on what COVID has and everything going on.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest, it's not exactly the way that I want to spend my time off from work.
Really? Shooting guns for free?
I can shoot guns all I want. I mean,
Yeah, but you
and
don't
if I
have
go to
take ammo
visit
this
mom
time.
on a drill weekend, I can shoot them for free then.
Well, fine.
I would get limited time off of work. I'm sorry, I'm just not really into Sea Cadets anymore.
I mean, I'm not like 100% into it anymore. It's the program's definitely changed from when we were all in it.
Yeah.
Um, I would just don't know what to do though. Like since 2011, my vacations have been Sea Cadet trainings.
Yeah, see, when I have vacation time, like, I have this thing where I really try, and so far I've succeeded for the past, like, 7 years, every year to go somewhere new. So I don't want to be spending my vacation time doing the same trainings over and over again. I want to be going and seeing new things and having new experiences.
So if COVID wasn't a concern and people were, you know, going back to some version of normal and we could actually travel the world, um, where would you be going? Or where would you be going? Ugh. Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to plan a trip to Norway for a little while now. Um, I very much want to see the Northern Lights. So a friend and I have been trying to plan it and everything, and we were going to do it in 2021, so we will see how that goes. Um, but if that's not possible, then I'd probably try to stay here in the United States and just go somewhere different. One of my best friends just moved to South Carolina a couple years ago, and I haven't been, so probably go see her.
Okay. Um, I know Greece is on my bucket. Greece, not like
Yeah,
cooking
that would be
Greece,
pretty
but like
awesome.
yeah. Like I know Greece is definitely on my list. Obviously, major landmarks. Not necessarily, be there the whole day, but oh look, I'm here. Picture, okay, move on. Just to say I've done it, type thing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I know I'm working towards the private pilot's license right now, so most likely try and see what I can do with that and see if I can at least start traveling the US more.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, that should be really fun. There are just so many places that I want to go. I don't know what to decide, like what to do first. Like the Norway idea, my friend and I, we did that thing where you kind of get a map and you just close your eyes and you point. And that's where we landed. So she and I, we were like, that'll be our next trip then. Let's do this. And I was so sad because now all of this is happening and I don't know if it'll happen, but we're going to do our best.
Okay, and what about you, Kitty?
I would have to say Europe. My boss went a couple years ago. I think they flew into like London and then they went to a couple other places. So probably Europe and I don't know, Greece sounds pretty nice, but probably Paris, honestly, just to see the Eiffel Tower. Even though I know it's nothing special. I guess it's a seven wonders of the world or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of
Probably want to go do that. So probably go see the seven wonders. I mean, granted, I live by one, so.
Yeah, I still haven't gone to the Grand Canyon. Probably.
Honestly, it's literally like we discussed going to Flagstaff. It's literally holes in the ground with pretty colors.
Well, I'd be down to do something during the summer, like whitewater rafting through it.
Right, yes, because the river's there, the Colorado River. There's hiking to do. I mean, there's stuff to do. It would be fun to do that, but how hot does it get in Arizona?
Like
You'd be dying.
billion degrees.
You'd be dying.
Well,
but there are like, you what?
I know I would be dying. I lived in Arizona for a couple of years.
Well, I know that, but you've become acclimated back to the California weather, so.
Literally, being in Arizona was the only reason why I got remote start on my car. I was so tired of going back to a hot car that I was like, screw this. I'm paying the money to put in a remote start system into my vehicle.
So, going back to the Grand Canyon and talking about hotness and everything like that, I don't know if you remember, but Nikki said she wanted to plan a Grand Canyon trip. So, that can be something to be talked about in the future.
We've been doing pretty good on our list of like plans so far. We had the Flagstaff trip, which turned out decent. We were supposed to do Country Thunder, but obviously certain disease hit, and the world's falling apart, all that good stuff. Oak's birthday party, last minute, but still worked out.
Yeah, but that's not, like, that wasn't on anyone's bucket list. That was
It's still making memories and spending time with friends.
Yes, I'm not saying that. It was fun. I freaking jumped in a cold pool, but it's okay. No, it's been great so far. I was telling myself, so since the end of June, I've had at least one thing to do every month. So the end of June, I was up in California in Huntington Beach. At the end of July, beginning of August for my birthday, I was in Montebello. And then in August, we had Flagstaff and Oak's birthday party. What was in September? Oakley's birthday
September
party.
was Oak's birthday party. Yeah.
And then so far, Vegas in October. So ever since the end of June, I've had something to do. So it's.
Yeah, I think November, December, we're probably gonna take a break. I got to imagine, as much as I don't think it is, Vegas is probably gonna wake me out, and I'm probably just gonna want to go home and sleep. Still not too sure what to expect. I know we have kind of like rough outlines, and I'm just gonna bring a suit because, yeah.
And I was gonna mention that. I was like, so that's why I asked that question, because in her nice clothes, and I'm like, yes, but does that mean like freaking dress up clothes? I'm like,
does that mean like a polo and jeans, or do I need to bring a suit?
Well, I'm personally bringing a dress, not like a formal dress, but it's a Vegas dress. Let me just tell you that.
And like, at least with the suit, I can take off the jacket.
I don't think you need to go full blown suit. I think what she was meaning was, again, like we were saying, a very nice polo with, it could be jeans, maybe slacks. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. I might need to confer with Roman to see what he's bringing. But yeah, I really don't know. All right, what are you gonna bring? Are you gonna wear a dress, Becca, or are you gonna just go jeans and a polo?
I was probably gonna do like a dress if that's.
Well, I'm doing the dress for the dinner. I'm gonna have regular freaking clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm only gonna wear a dress for like this nice dinner. For the rest of the time, I'm gonna be in like jeans and tops.
Jeans or shorts, and yeah. And good and decent walking shoes. Don't forget those. Yeah. Just saying. Did you get the time off? You're talking like you're going to Vegas.
Oh, no, I haven't gotten it yet.
You were talking like you were coming.
I know. Hopefully. I have my fingers crossed. I checked today and my name's not on the thing yet, but it usually takes them a few days, but they're pretty quick about it. Kind of just depends on what else is going on.
So I know Amazon's getting ready for Prime Day, and so October is going to be pretty busy for me in my department, but are you guys getting ready for any holiday sales that might keep you in, or because you guys have all your sales or more items like that during the summer, so that's why you guys can't really take off too much time, from my understanding, right?
Well, like, for us, majority of our sales happen like early spring because we have a lot of prom and bridal stuff. This year, that did not happen. So a lot of people are shifting like weddings and stuff like that to later this year, more wintry, and then like early next year. So we are actually gearing up for some big sales. We have some blackout time in December. But they don't really like tell us that we can't have time off ever. Even during what they call blackout time, they sent out an email and they were like, if anything is really, really important to you guys, though, like, let us know and we'll see if we can make it work. So they don't ever really say, like, don't ever ask. It's kind of just more so like, ask and we'll see what we can do. So.
Okay. Has your volume started going back up in the sense of like, have you guys been getting busier? Now that people are somewhat trying to be normal, or is it still pretty slow as it was when everything first happened?
I feel like we've been getting busier. This is kind of like a fairly slow time of the year until next month hits, though. Like normally, once we get into November, and then especially after Thanksgiving, it's crazy. So right now we're kind of in that little in-between lull area where we're not super busy, but we're busier than we were before. So that's a good sign. Because definitely when all of this started, people were like, yeah, buying clothes, definitely on the back burner.
Yeah, I'm working from home. I don't really need to buy new fancy clothes or anything.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So, but now, events are starting to happen. We've been, selling a lot more stuff for weddings again and everything since people are kind of able to have them again and all that kind of stuff. So, we're getting there. I have a feeling after Thanksgiving it's going to get busy.
How many secret events do you think? How many secret events do you guys think were going on? Obviously, while everything was taking place, because there's no way that, like, clearly there's no way that everyone actually sat in their house.
Oh, I'm sure there were
Well,
lots.
I think in the beginning they did.
I heard a lot of stories about, like people having parties and stuff and other people would get angry or like in Chico they would actually have what was it called, like COVID parties where they just super duper didn't
Mm-hmm.
believe in it and then they were like, yeah, the first one to get it wins and all that kind of stuff. It was crazy.
Well, that was a trend. That was a
Was that
trend
a
going
trend like
around for
everywhere? I'm
everywhere.
never up on
Oh,
anything. I just
yes.
heard about it in Chico. So,
Yeah, no, I saw it everywhere on Facebook, like all these COVID parties, and they were paying cash prizes to the first person who got sick, and I'm like, all right, you're sick in your mind,
Brett,
but
I
okay.
heard about it and I was like, this is
Like,
insane. What the heck?
I mean, you know,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
and
granted, I didn't leave my house, but
and then I gotta imagine like companies were kind of in like a tough bind, they couldn't really ask people to come to work because then they were putting them in liability for potentially being exposed, but at the same time for people that wanted to work or were willing to accept that risk but couldn't work because of just kind of everything going on. It was just a really messed up situation all around. Definitely. I think the long term effects are worse than a healthy person getting it, but everybody is different. Everybody's beliefs are different, and so yeah, it's gonna just an interesting situation.
I mean, I was pretty butthurt when I got furloughed for 2 months. I legitly went crazy in my head. Like, I mean, we
That's
didn't
when you went
have.
crazy.
Shut up. Even before COVID hit, our numbers weren't like the best with like having a big number of students on campus. But once COVID hit, and the reason why I was furloughed was because we didn't have any students on campus because of everything, and being able to socially distance was just kind of like not a thing that was going to happen. And then for those 2 months, I barely left my house to even go grocery shopping. Like, it was crazy. I actually just used the rest of my unemployment debit card for the last time today.
Damn.
Because I've spent all my money. Yeah, I paid my car payment with it. But, yeah, I used up all my money. I'm really sad.
Damn. Well, let's go ahead. We'll wrap it up here for the evening. I think we did definitely have some good talks, from getting killed in Warzone to
Rage quitting.
rage quitting to and that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's show. Hope everyone had a great time. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week when we come back and kind of just carry on our conversations. If you do have topics or suggestions for us, feel free to reach out to us. You can find me on Instagram at gonzales.d11. With other than that, though, have a great rest of your weeks, and we'll see you later. Peace.